Don't forget to hydrate, guys.
At Snapple.
No.
Oh, wrong company. My bad. What's up, guys? And no, we are not sponsored by Snapple. That was not a Snapple commercial for you guys. But we are proud to announce that we are partners with W Energy. If you guys don't know what W Energy is, make sure you go check out our link tree in any of our bios. What W Energy is that it's a non-jitter, no-crash energy drink. Well, it's not really a drink. It's a mix that you get to make at home. So make sure to check out W Energy and use our code BWTV for 10% off.
Go check them out.
Let's get it started, boys.
Right. Shed the winter's clothing.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Ballin' with the Boys. As you guys know, we have been talking about NFL teams post-draft. We've been kind of late lately, but it's all right. We're back, and we're going to talk about New York teams. And the first team that we're going to talk about is the Giants.
You done forgot the best news. We added a team on this video.
That's right. We're going to talk about three teams instead of two. So we're going to talk about the Giants, the Jets, and that other team that's not Buffalo.
New England Patriots.
Yeah!
Bill Belichick.
Just kidding. I'm not a Patriots fan. I'm sorry. So if you guys feel offended, just let me know.
We don't care.
That's why Tom Brady left you guys.
Well.
But let's start off with the Giants, Justin. Honestly, the best pick for the Giants was them getting a wide receiver, Jalen Hyatt from Tennessee.
Yeah, they did select Jalen Hyatt in the third round. And I seen a video, actually. Danny Dimes hit him for a nice long bomb in OTA practices. I think the first one that they opened up with, actually.
Oh, really? Like I said, I feel like that was their best pick because in his 2022 college career, he had 67 receptions for over 1,200 yards, and he had 15 touchdowns.
And that's
from quarterback Hendon Hooker.
Which ain't saying much. I mean that's great.
15 touchdowns though.
The 15 touchdowns, is that 1, 2? How many seasons are we talking about?
That's his 2022 season.
Okay, this is one season.
That was his last season in college.
I like those stats, especially from the quarterback that was behind him, knowing it's Hendon Hooker. That's pretty impressive. So we can see what he'll do for the
I feel like the Giants got a huge steal in the third round.
They definitely needed a steal because their wide receiver core last year was way too shoddy to actually go into this year thinking that they was set in that department. So,
yeah, where Saquon basically carried that team.
Speaking of Saquon, because he still has not signed a deal, he might be working under the franchise tag this year, and if he does, he said that he might sit out. He's not putting that out of the question. He said that's still an option for him. And he was number one in targets last year. That's crazy because he's a running back.
Yeah.
Why was he number one in targets? He was the number one rusher for their team last year. He looked amazing. He looked like old Saquon Barkley.
I'll tell you who would be number one in targets if it wasn't Saquon, and if he didn't get hurt. Would have probably been Daniel Bellinger. I am kind of upset at the Giants, though, for getting Darren Waller because Daniel Bellinger was on his way up, man. So I really hope that he becomes tight end one over Waller, but knowing that Waller, he's such a big name, so people are going to, want him at tight end one. But honestly, I think Waller's washed up. I think he's done.
Ooh, okay. Big statements coming from you, Chris.
I'm just saying, like,
Waller's
if you can't
done.
play for the Raiders, what makes you think that it's the same guy? All because you're moving cities don't mean that your body's going to change.
Yeah, but now he has a worse quarterback behind him at least.
I honestly don't know who I would put in front of who. I feel like they're about equal.
Now that we're talking about age and you factor in everything, maybe, but Derek Carr is definitely a way better quarterback.
I don't know though. Derek Carr really proved last season that he was not that good. And for the Saints to honestly have faith in him, I mean, then again, who else do you got?
I think
you got Winston, and then you had Andy Dalton.
I think he'll do good for the Saints.
We'll see.
We'll talk about that in an upcoming episode, though.
Okay, so continuing back to the Giants, though. On one of their picks in the 5th round, they went with a running back. Honestly, I could probably see why fans would probably like, no, you need more wide receiver depth because our wide receiver depth isn't good. Really, all we got now is Paris Campbell, and can't remember the guy's rookie from last season.
You are talking about Isaiah Hodgins.
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel like it was a different name.
I mean, you could be talking about Wan'Dale Robinson, but
that's who it is. Wan'Dale Robinson.
Yeah.
So that's
you
who I
should
was
be watching
about.
Isaiah Hodgins.
But I could see why, a lot of fans were probably going to be like, no, we don't need another running back because they did have Matt Breida. Or they do have Matt Breida.
Yeah, I would say they still have Matt Breida.
But Matt Breida is also, not Matt Breida who he was when he played for San Francisco.
Yeah.
He's not the same guy. So I would see why you go after a rookie who can learn from Matt Breida and Saquon and honestly possibly become the RB2.
Eric Gray. He wants you to be RB2. So you prove yourself, dude. Do something.
Like I said, Matt Breida was not the same guy back in like he was in San Francisco. So I don't see. I'm not trying to be harsh, but I don't see it being a hard job.
Matt Breida, your spot's getting taken.
So like if
your boy's calling it,
if he can improve, if the rookie can improve over Matt Breida, I will probably see that Matt Breida is going to be released. At least, I mean, he might run the whole season, but I don't see him being with the Giants after this season.
I mean, yeah, it's very possible. I mean, like I said, he's a backup at best, so really they don't stay with teams too terribly long anyway. I mean, he could be on his way out in the middle of the season, if not the end of the season, or if this Eric Gray dude don't turn out, then he might be sticking around for another year.
It's possible, but then there is another draft also going to be coming up. So who knows what this draft is going to consist of? It could be more offensive linemen, more defensive, more like running backs again, or it could be more of a wide receiver draft.
We're way too early to start talking about that, though.
Oh, for sure, but I'm just like putting it out there that if this guy doesn't improve, like who's to say that the Giants are probably going to be stuck with this guy, or they're going to have to run the free agency.
Or they're going to have to pay their man, Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, that too. But there is a lot of free agents still out there at running back. Still got Kareem Hunt, Ezekiel Elliott. Now you got Dalvin Cook, Kenyon Drake. Even though, there's still a bunch. I mean, yeah, Kenyon Drake, no, not, I wouldn't want to go with him either over who's still left. But we'll just have to see how it goes with the running backs.
I would be taking Voorhees from the XFL before I
now that you're mentioning that, not Borey, but just the XFL in general, with these running backs that are still free agents, how much you want to bet that some of them are actually about to probably hit the XFL next season?
I mean, yeah, they probably will. We already seen it happen to Philip Lindsay. I mean, it'd be like that. I don't know what to say. I mean,
I think it would be pretty cool though to see some of them.
You got to go to the XFL.
I'm just saying, I think it would be pretty cool to see some of them in the XFL, teaching these guys who get a second chance to possibly go to the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you. I mean, I like that, the fact that there's that factor now. I mean, even though the AFL still existed, you'd never heard of a lot of players going to play in the AFL after they got done. So,
right. Overall, with the Giants draft, though, I seen that it was a heavy defensive draft. They got 2 cornerbacks, a defensive tackle, and a safety, which their first-round pick was a cornerback, Deonte Banks. And they have him as a starter already on the depth chart as a cornerback 3.
Yeah, I did see that they went really defensive heavy. in this draft, but it's a good thing that they did. I mean, they kind of needed it, in all honesty. They used their first and sixth picks on cornerbacks, one being Deontay Banks. He was the first one that he was talking about. Trey Hawkins was the one that they drafted in round 6. Both of those guys apparently look really good. And Adoree Jackson and Xavier McKinney both are big fans of the cornerbacks they just drafted. They're saying
I'm a huge Xavier McKinney fan, and of course, Adoree Jackson. I think they're great players. And then they also had the addition of adding Bobby Okereke.
That's there by luck right now. Don't even use that as an example, okay?
No. Because when I play Madden, I make sure I get Adoree Jackson because he's a great player.
Adoree Jackson.
All right? Don't come at me like that because he's a great player.
Oh, all right.
Speaking about players, supposedly your favorite quarterback's Tom Brady, by the way.
We'll get into that later. Yeah.
We'll get into that when we talk about the Patriots.
You brought up Banks. I'm going to bring up what he's doing in OTAs. He already got his first interception in OTAs. That was the first day.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
that just shows how Danny Dimes is playing a rookie picking.
No kidding. and for anybody that hasn't heard, New York Giants fans, your strong safety, Tony Jefferson, chugged the deuces up. He's gone. He retired. Gone. Hung up the cleats. No longer plays for you guys or anybody.
He ran out of icy hot.
Just something. Been gay.
But, yeah, honestly, I feel like they did focus on their defense a lot. And like you said, that, they needed it. Bringing in all those rookies, putting them with Xavier McKinney, Adoree Jackson. Then, like I said, they added Bobby Okereke to the linebacker depth, which was a great pickup for them. Sad to see that he, moved on from the Colts, but great pickup for the Giants. How about we? Are you ready to move on to the next team, or?
Yeah.
All right, so let's fly over to the Jets. Boy, the Jets are going to probably be a hard team this season. I really feel like it.
They are now. The question of whether A-Rod or Alan Lazard is injured or not is cleared up.
Well, and
because for a minute there was headlines breaking that Aaron Rodgers and Alan Lazard both, one day after another, was injured in their little mini camp OTAs and stuff. However, they cleared up the air. They're both back at OTAs as far as I know and are practicing in full. So they're solid and good to go for the season.
For sure. During their draft, I feel like they couldn't do better than going with a defensive pick. I feel like their offense is set up. So, because you got Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall, Alan Lazard, Garrett Wilson,
Randall Cobb.
Yeah, I still got Randall Cobb. I'm not really set on Randall Cobb, though. I feel like,
he's
I get, he's, Aaron Rodgers, like, good friend and all that, and that's why they're, teammates again, but I'm just not set on Randall Cobb on being a good wide receiver.
I think he'll be a good fill-in. He's definitely not probably going to be a starter. I highly doubt that he would be a starter anyway. I could be wrong. But Aaron Rodgers really likes Garrett Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
From what I've heard.
Yeah, but they're, handshake and all that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
No, if you guys haven't seen that, make sure you guys check it out. I'm sure it'll be on, like, the Jets website or on any of their social media. So make sure you check out Garrett Wilson's. Or
we're going to demand that our camera guy throws it in the video for you guys.
We could do that too.
Or we could do it for it.
I honestly don't know it.
Right,
I just know that they had a handshake. But yeah, like I said, they couldn't do any better than going with the defensive pick, which they picked up Will McDonald, who had a great 2022 season. Excuse me. But I would say his best season would be in 2021, where he had 24 solo tackles, 2 pass deflects, 11 and a half sacks, and he had 5 forced fumbles. So I feel like adding him to their defense is a great pickup for them. I feel like that this team is a must focus on defense because you got such a great offense. Because, I mean, who do you have on defense besides Sauce Gardner?
Sauce Gardner's all you need, dude. No, I'm just kidding. What do you mean, dude? They got Sauce Gardner. They got DJ Reed, Jordan Whitehead. They just added Adrian Amos.
Did they?
Yeah,
I didn't know
they
that.
did.
Okay.
I know you didn't know that because I just found that out today. They added him today. Okay. And the reason is because they got Chuck Clark in the offseason from the Ravens. But he's injured. They're
I see
afraid
that,
he might have tore his ACL.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's not
Ooh
good.
is right.
That's no bueno.
They got CJ Mosley, dude. They got Big Q, Quincy Williams coming back this year. What do you mean?
My fault.
Like, come on.
I honestly forgot about those people.
Respect on their name.
I honestly forgot about those people, and that's my fault.
I got my boys' teams back. I like what they're doing.
That's fair. I mean, like I did say that the Jets are going to be a great team. I didn't say they were going to be a great offensive team.
Yeah, but then you went and said,
yeah,
that their defense only had Sauce.
It's who you mainly heard about. Let's be honest. It's who the NFL hyped up the most.
Now they got Adrian, add me on Snapchat, Amos, son. So, like, come on now. They're about to be rocking and rolling. You ain't even got to worry about it. Locked in, quick.
So, another weird thing, though, about the Jets, or not another weird thing, but another thing about the Jets that I found weird is that they picked up a rookie who is above Zonovan Knight in the depth chart.
Yeah. You're talking about Bonnie Conda that they drafted in the 5th.
Which I thought would be, like, that's why I think it's weird. Is like, you would think after the time Zonovan Knight was playing last season that he would definitely have that number 2 spot.
I mean, if you're not looking better than him, you're not looking better than him. At the end of the day, that's what matters to these coaches in the NFL. They don't care how you did last season. They care how you're doing today.
So, but I did see that, and this was a while ago. I haven't checked up on it, which I should have, but I didn't. But a while ago, news dropped that Breece Hall might not be ready by week 1.
How long ago was that?
It was pretty long ago.
All right. Well, I checked up on it maybe like last week sometime when we originally planned to make this video. And good news, he's apparently doing great. Coach Saleh says that they're actually having to hold him back in his basically rehab.
Okay.
Like he's trying to push himself too hard, and they're like, no, like one day at a time, chill, calm down. He's like, but I feel good enough to do it already.
Right.
So
yeah, I mean
that's always
you can feel
sign.
good enough to do it already, but then like say you do that and then you're just gonna hurt yourself again because you did too much work.
Right. So I mean that's why their head coach is saying that they're holding himself back, like they're holding him back from himself in rehab, but they're optimistic that he'll be good to go at least by week 1 after preseason, if not by preseason.
Gotcha.
So.
All right. Well, as I wrap up with the Jets, overall with the Jets adding Aaron Rodgers, Alan Lazard, McCole Hardman, and then adding in Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, this is definitely a playoff contending team. I see this team going 12-5.
I'm not hating on 12-5. I could see a 12-5, 11-6 with a wild card option for the playoff run. I think they're gonna go far. We got to see how the chemistry works out between the entire team, though. There are a lot of additions to this team and a lot of starting spots that are gonna be changing up. So
there's also another key factor. They're going 12-5 if the entire team stays healthy. That means Brees Hall don't get re-injured. Aaron Rodgers don't get hurt. Alan Lazard don't get hurt. Mecole Hardman don't get hurt. Because as of right now, after you just clarified with Brees Hall, I'm going to take him off the list. And as of right now, I've seen that Aaron Rodgers, Mecole Hardman, and Randall Cobb are all questionable.
As of like this moment.
Because isn't Aaron Rodgers dealing with the ankle injury? Or not injury, but like, it's not like a bad injury, but something with his ankle.
Was you absent-minded the first like half of this video already or something, dude?
No, you was talking about him and
He's cleared.
Garrett Wilson. Okay.
Him and Alan Lazard, both.
Okay, well, I didn't even have Alan Lazard on that list, so.
He popped up with a breaking news injury, too. They're both clear. They're both back at OTAs.
I mean, they could be back at OTAs, but they could still deal with minor injuries and still
We
be
did
at
talk
OTAs.
about that, right?
You did bring it up. I'm not going to lie. But you can still have minor injuries and still be at OTAs.
Well, I mean, yeah, but when the article says that you're good, you're good.
That's fair.
He took his ayahuasca.
Yeah, you probably did another
Got
night
back
retreat.
to it.
So, but that's me wrapping up with the Jets. If you got anything else to add?
No, not really. I mean, you pretty much grabbed all of it there, I believe. Besides, they grabbed a linebacker in the draft to help with the depth on defense as well. They're putting him behind C.J. Mosley, and I mean, with C.J. Mosley, Quincy Williams taking him under his wing, I think he's in good hands.
So, overall, yeah, Jets is going to be one of the top teams to watch for in the NFL.
And then, of course, the Bengals.
All right, well, let's shoot over to the Patriots now. Yeah, you guys suck. That's all I got.
Dude, oh my gosh. Because, like, I didn't even check the stats on this, but Belichick's in serious danger of being at the very bottom of his division for what I would assume is probably the first time in his head coach career. Now, I could be wrong, but at least, if not in his head coach career, in a while. I mean, going up against the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Bills in your division, dude, and the way they're looking this year, his team better get his act together.
All I got is that they were very focused with the defensive side, which I was surprised.
Bill, you suck.
I would have went offense, but they did get a good pick on the defense, which was Christian Gonzalez. This was a really good pick that they needed with cornerback help. Honestly, because their only other good corner was Jonathan Jones.
Christian Gonzalez is already making one-handed catches in
I've seen
OTAs.
that. So one thing about Christian Gonzalez is that he started at the University of Colorado, and then he started there in Colorado for 2 years, and then transferred to Oregon. So he didn't even play all 4 years in Oregon. So I didn't know that. I thought he stayed in Oregon, but I didn't know he transferred from one school to another.
Yeah.
But his stats in Oregon, where he got 35 solo tackles, 7 pass deflects, and 4 interceptions. So yeah, like I said, that the Patriots, I feel like they shouldn't have focused on the defense. They need wide receiver help. They did just waive James Robinson, so I don't know what they're gonna. I don't know if they're just hoping that Ramondre Stevenson's just gonna do it all.
I mean, they picked up Pierre Strong last year, so he looked pretty decent behind Ramondre Stevenson. I mean, we never heard about him because he was behind Ramondre Stevenson, but he's still a good running back. I mean, probably he's a lot better than what James Robinson was, so they probably made a good decision there. I mean, they drafted 2 other cornerbacks in round 6 and 7.
Should have went after a quarterback.
Amir Speed and Isaiah Bolden. So they got 3 within the first 7 rounds. But I also think that the Patriots probably had at least one of the highest amounts of draft picks this year because they got a lot of picks out of the draft. They also drafted 2 wide receivers out of the draft. Keyshawn Bout, I believe is how you say it, in round 6. drafted Demario Douglas in round 6. They picked up an undrafted rookie tight end called, his name's Johnny Lumpkin. I don't know. They also just went and signed Anthony Fersker, another good tight end. So now I'm pretty sure they're sitting with Hunter Henry, Mike Gesicki.
No, Hunter Henry's gone.
What?
I believe Hunter Henry is at the Rams.
I think we're right. I don't know. Maybe not. Mike Gesicki. So, well, that means Anthony Fersker and Mike Gesicki are probably taking over.
I would hope so, because you're putting a lot of trust in Juju. And Juju's just not Juju anymore after he left Pittsburgh. Honestly, after he got hurt, he was not Juju anymore.
I don't know. I'm still excited to see if Mac Jones is going to save himself this year or not, because I really feel like this is
That's what I was saying is that
year.
In this draft, you guys should have went after a quarterback or at least started Bailey Zappi over Mac Jones.
Okay, see, here's the thing, because after the second round of the draft, Belichick told reporters that he absolutely felt good about Jones going into his third season. And then he went and got a fourth quarterback option. A fourth one. Most teams only have 3. Some don't even have 3.
You're only able to, well, with the new rule change, you're only able to travel with 3.
Right. But listen, dude. He don't even match. He don't even match Belichick's scheme at all. Okay, his name's Malik Cunningham. He played for Louisville. He went undrafted in the 2023 round. So they went and picked him up after the draft, kind of undetected type deal. His first season had 112 completions and 122 carries. All of his seasons looked exactly like that. Half rushing, half passing, mediocre, years. He had above 25 plus touchdowns every season. And in 2021, he got 20 rushing touchdowns alone. So, he's okay, but he also...
Belichick's not a scrambling head coach. He's a pocket coach.
So what is he doing? Why does he have any interest in this dude who went undrafted through 7 rounds in the NFL if he doesn't even plan to entertain the thought of maybe switching his entire scheme he's ever won with?
I don't know. I mean, there's a chance he could switch it up.
Right now it's Mac Jones, it's Bailey Zappi, it's Trace McSorley.
Jesus.
And then Malik Cunningham. Now all 4 of these guys, the bottom 3, if you mention 80% of the NFL probably won't know who you're talking about. If you mention Mac Jones, some NFL fans will know what you're talking about, because obviously he's the starting quarterback. They're going to have to. Bailey Zappi, he's beatable. Trace McSorley, he's definitely beatable. So if there's competition in the quarterback room...
Say Trace McSorley, he didn't even do good in Arizona when they had him.
Right. So, Trace McSorley gets dumped, Malik Cunningham comes in, and now you're running with a Ramondre Stevenson and another quarterback who's actually a running back in your quarterback position that can throw. That's dangerous if he figures that out and it gets clicking.
I don't know what the Patriots are doing. Like I said, they picked up Juju. I'm sorry, but Juju's just not a good wide receiver no more. I don't know why you would do that.
Juju's going to come and shove those words down your throat this season.
With the quarterback they got, I doubt it.
He's going to tag you in so many mean TikTok videos, dude.
Yeah, just like the one he made at the White House.
What one?
Oh, him and the Chiefs, some Chiefs players made a TikTok video at the White House when they were after White House greeting.
Ooh, what'd they do?
Just danced. But I was like, you're at the White House. Why are you making TikToks at the White House? But I don't know, man. The Patriots ain't the Patriots no more. After Tom Brady left, it was just downhill from there.
Belichick ain't Belichick without his Brady.
That's like us without our Brady.
No kidding. Thank you, cameraman.
So, other than that, I honestly ain't got much to say about the Patriots other than you guys are probably not going to have the best season, just like you didn't have a good season last season.
All right, well, hold on. Before you try to wrap this whole thing up, because you was talking about how unhopeful you was that they didn't go after good wide receivers in the draft. I bet you ain't heard. Your boy that's leaving the Arizona Cardinals,
I heard that.
D-Hop,
Mm-hmm.
has a meeting with them today.
D-Hop also had a meeting in Tennessee last Sunday.
Listen, his old head coach is where?
Who's old head coach?
O'Brien?
He's
in New England.
I don't know. There's a lot of things going on with D-Hop, though. I mean, I'm going to end it with that because I'll save it for when we talk about the Cardinals.
Your boy's calling it. D-Hop's going to the Patriots.
Why is Brady my favorite quarterback?
So, we were going to talk and...
Now, for anybody... Are we keeping that in the video? Yeah. Why is Tom Brady Brady's favorite quarterback? Is it because they got the same name?
Because my woman thought it was your favorite quarterback.
Because my name's Brady.
No, I think it was probably
She was
because
just
of
mixing
number
up
12.
Aaron Rodgers.
I totally get it. You know, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, it mixes together. very
She's
well.
a female. We don't expect him to know that much about football. Bare minimum's okay.
7 times Super Bowl.
If we can talk to you for more than about 2 minutes in football, then that's a plus.
But other than that, yeah, that's why I was just saying that. So, but you know, guys, it's all jokes around here. Nothing too serious. But are we ready to close out?
I think we are done for the day.
All right, as you guys heard it, we're done for the day. So if you guys don't know or don't remember, make sure to check out W Energy, as we are partners with them, and use BWTB as a discount code for 10% off on anything that you purchase. Also, as you guys already know, make sure to check us out on all our social media: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Make sure to check out the link tree to get to all of those social medias. Because if you ain't balling with your boys, who you balling with?
Ballin'.